Hello friends, welcome to Engineer Education and I am your friend Amit Singh. Today I am here to explain you the most important questions that is being asked for all the automation test engineers, like what are your roles and responsibilities, how you work with your framework, and what are daily activities in your company. So today I will try to come up with the most real-time answer. Okay, so even if you are into manual testing and if you are trying to switch into automation, so it will be like very difficult position, right, to answer those questions. So as an automation test engineers, I'll try to answer you like how you should give approach while answering these questions. Okay, so friends, like this is the question. Okay, like when the interviewer asks you about your roles and responsibilities, your whatever the technologies you are using. Okay, so this is the opportunity given to you to drive the interviewer to ask those questions only which you are well prepared and want them to ask you. So let's start. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll try to give a mock introduction of myself. Okay, so that you people will get benefited from it, and if you feel something you can take it from it, you are very free to take it, and I'll be very happy to help you in that. So friends, I'll introduce myself. Okay, so suppose the interviewer asked me, Amit, tell me something about yourself, your roles and responsibilities in your current company, the technologies whatever you are using for automation. So I'll be answering. How I'll be answering? I'll give a mock interview, interview sessions. So here is my answer. Good morning. My name is Amit Singh. I have around 7 years of experience into QA. That's all together into automation testing using Selenium WebDriver with Java and manual testing and database testing. So mostly I'll be into automation testing. 70% will be like automation part, and 30% I'll be working as a manual. I'll contributing to the manual team as well. So how it is like my current roles and responsibilities is like I have been involved in analyzing the manual test cases, and I'll try to identify those test cases which we can automate, and we'll be automating those test cases using our framework. So we are using hybrid framework for that. So here I'll interrupt you. So see, meanwhile, if you are telling about your framework, they might ask you to tell about your framework, how your framework works and all. So for that I'll try to make a separate video to explain your framework. So there you need to explain your framework. Okay, so how there are all the various components in your framework and how you increase the reusability, what will be the advantages that will be come with the using framework. Okay, they'll also ask you whether you have been involved in the writing the framework code for that particular framework or not. So guys, if you have experience less than 4 years, so I'll suggest don't put like I have been involved in writing the develop framework and all. So if you are close to 4 year to 5 year or more than 4 year into automation testing, then you can say like, yes, I have been involved in some part of framework development when I joined my company. So they hired me as a senior QA there. My framework was around 20-30% developed, and I was a part of that team. Okay, that have been involved in writing the framework code, so that you can tell. And don't tell that I am so much efficient that I can start writing the framework code from the beginning itself, from scratch. I'll write the framework for your company. So that will be very difficult, and you should not put it should not be like you put yourself in such conditions. So once you are done with the framework part, okay, you need to tell about the different tools and technologies you have been using in your particular testing. Okay, so let's say you are writing your code, okay, and where you are storing it. So you might be using some code repository like SVN or GitHub. So nowadays mostly people are using GitHub. You can tell GitHub, okay, and so on, and you need to you need to ready to answer few questions with GitHub also. They might ask you how they can give some real-time scenario, or they can ask you how you check in or check out your code in GitHub. Okay, then you can tell about like in which integration tool we are using. Like suppose we are using Jenkins, so you should have some knowledge in Jenkins, like if how to create a Jenkins job, how to configure different fields in Jenkins. Okay, and where you need to mention the your test-ng or test-ng XML path or POM XML path or JDK path, or how you configure the email address of your team or clients. So those things you need to take care of it. You should be prepared for the Jenkins, for GitHub, and for Maven questions, interview questions. Okay, so nowadays like we'll be using Maven project. So here like how it will be like there will be POM XML file, you need to give the dependency, and it's a build tool. So they'll come with those questions with on the Maven as well. So you need to well prepare to answer those questions. So once you are done with it, okay, so they might come up with a question like what are the different challenges you faced while automation. Okay, so that is the important question, and that will be asked in almost every interviews to check whether you have worked in real-time scenario or not. So you should come up with some challenging scenario. So as of now I'll tell you a few challenging scenario, like how we have to come up with something to handle the CAPTCHA, or if you want to do some multi-browser testing, so how we'll do it. If you want to use some dynamic locators, those things you face challenges while writing the while putting the proper weight, okay, while handling the CAPTCHA, while if some particular script is failing in particular browser, and it is behaving some different way in some different browser, multi-browser things, you need to take care of it. Okay, so now the second part is the last question. So once you are done with the Selenium part, they'll switch to the test-ng part. So they'll have they'll have your test-ng features. You need to they can ask on parallel grouping, different test annotation. Okay, and different test annotation are there, the order of the test annotation, different questions they'll ask you. And so if test ng is done, your Selenium is done, then we come to the core Java. So mostly in core Java they'll be asking OOPS concept, and there'll be most of the questions from collection. Nowadays they are giving more emphasis on collection questions. They'll ask the difference between different collection classes, like what is the difference between list, what is the list and set, map, what are the different features of what are the difference between map, hash map, tree map. So they'll mostly they'll ask the difference. Okay, and again nowadays what the trend I'm getting, like they'll ask some concepts of Java where you are using in your Selenium. Like they can ask where you are using OOPS concept in Selenium. So like where you are using method overriding, where you are using method overriding, where you are using abstract class. So you can give examples of that, like through method overloading we are doing it through SendKeys, method overriding we are doing it through find elements. Okay, and by is the abstract class. So like whenever you are writing like WebDriver equal to new Firefox driver, here what you are doing, you are creating instance, okay, of WebDriver. So there are many things. WebDriver itself is an interface, right? So there will be a lot of questions, and again they'll come to the data parameterization, like how will be you using data, whether for you are using data provider, or if you are using Excel sheet, how you are taking data from Excel sheet. Another interview question will be like if you are using JDB, you are using database. Okay, so how we are using it, whether you are using JDBC, so how write a code for the JDBC. And what I feel from my personal experience, like the most screening round will be writing the program. So guys, you need to be very much conscious while writing the programs. You need to debug it, you need to explain them properly. So hope this video will give you a brief idea like what is going on the current trend in job selenium market job search. Okay, and as I have told you, we have covered the introduction part. Very soon we'll be uploading more videos on separate questions, because in a single video it is very difficult to come up with all the different topics. Okay, so I'll try to upload video very soon. Okay, and I think this video might help you. In a nutshell, you'll come to know like how to tell your roles and responsibility, how to introduce your project, and how to tell about your framework and all. See, boss, for project and all, what I feel, even I have taken many interviews. So the person who is taking your interview, he is not much interested in knowing your project and all. Like by clicking this button, this pop-up will come, or you have to navigate to this thing, or you have e-commerce, or you have a healthcare domain. So you can tell some 3-4 lines, that is more than enough, because the person is not interested in knowing your project. Okay, he will be interested in what the technical stuffs, what are the processes, what are the different methodologies you have used in your automation process and all. So that's all, guys. I hope you like this video, and if you have any question, you can comment in your comment section. If you are new to this channel, you can subscribe my channel. There's a bell icon, you can press the bell icon, so that if I'll upload any video, it will come to you as soon as possible. So hope you have liked this video, and I'll keep on adding more videos like that, so to help you guys, okay, in your job search. So thank you very much. Best wishes for your job search.